So the speed torque curve of these three motors can be drawn using the equation or by studying the equations. I will write the equation stating the relationship between the speed and torque, okay, which we have derived in earlier lecture. Okay, for what happened? Okay. Shunt or separately excited DC motor, the equation was, which we have derived in last lecture, omega m is equal to V by K or V by K minus RA by K square into T. Okay, this is the equation stating the relationship between speed and torque. And the equation governing the operation of the series DC motor was omega m equal to VA by square root of KEKF into square root of T minus RA by KEKF. Okay, these two equations we have derived. Okay, so the from equation 1, okay, if we draw the speed torque curve for shunt motor, okay, suppose the x-axis is torque and the y-axis is speed, okay, then the speed torque curve will be like this. Okay, you can observe the equation number 1. Okay, you can observe that the VA by K, okay, if the armature voltage is constant, then this term will be constant. Okay, this first term will be constant. Okay, means what? We can draw that if the voltage is constant, the speed is going to be constant. So ideally the curve must be like this. It must be flattened. Okay, because the voltage is constant, armature voltage is constant, so the speed is going to be constant. Okay, maybe equal to, it is a no load speed omega m0 at when the torque is 0. But actually what happens as the load increases, okay, load increases means what? As load torque is increases, this term will increase. This term will increase. Okay, and the sign of this term is negative. Okay, means what? This curve is not going to be constant. It's not going to be flattened. Okay, it will be drop. Okay, it will be drop because of this term. Okay, so the actual curve as the torque increases, this curve actually will look like this. Sorry, 1 minute. It will have a shape like this. Okay, a drooping characteristic. Okay, this is the curve of shunt motor. Okay, ideally the curve must be like of green part, but actually it is like a red part. Okay, because of the, as the torque increases, load torque increases, the speed is going to be drop. Okay, means what? At a point, at this point, okay, at curves I will use other color. at this point, okay, you can observe that the torque is 0. The torque is 0 means what? In equation 1, the second term is going to be 0. This part will be going to be 0. Okay, means what? V omega m is equal to V by K. Okay, means when there is no load, the maximum speed will be there, which is equal to no load speed, omega m 0. And as the load or load torque increases, okay, the second part will increase, and it is going to be subtract from the Va by K. Means what? It will, this curve will be shift downward. Okay, okay. So the shunt motor has a some drooping characteristic. Okay. Also, for series DC motor, you can observe that the omega m is inversely proportional to the square root of torque. Okay, it is inversely proportional to the square root of torque. As the second term, okay, this term Ra by Ke Kf is constant. Okay, Ra is the armature resistance, it is a constant. Ke Kf are the constants, okay, motor constants. Okay, means what? For a constant armature voltage Va, we can write that omega m is proportional to square root of T. Square root of T, or square root of T is proportional to 1 by omega m. Okay, or T is proportional to 1 by omega m square. Okay, so this is the equation of what? A parabola. Okay, so the curve will be like a will have a shape like a parabola. Okay, so for the series motor, the curve will be like this. Okay, I will use other color, the black color. Okay. It will be like this. Okay, or more precisely like this. Okay, this is the curve of series motor. Okay, when the load for this portion, okay, if you observe this portion, okay, for this portion corresponding to low torque, okay, or low torque or low load, okay, means what? This term square root of T, okay, will be a smaller. It will be smaller. Okay, as the denominator is smaller, okay, so that this division will be a large. Okay, means what? The speed will be very large. Okay, so the series motor with no load will have a very high speed. Okay, so you have studied that series motor cannot be started without load. Okay, this is the reason. Okay, and as the load increases, the denominator part, okay, the square root of T, this part will going to increase. Okay, means what? As the denominator part is going to increase, the speed will decrease. Okay, so you can observe that for this part, okay, this part corresponds to high torque or high load. Okay, this part corresponds to high torque, and as the torque increases, the speed is going to drop. Okay, काय डाउट शायद का काले का ग्राफ है? अनिल थोरात म्यूट करा, तुम्हाला बाहेरचा आवाज येतोय आम्हाला. ओके, कळालं का कर कसं आले ते? शुभम कांबळे, हॅलो शुभम. कर करू कसं मिळाले, कळालं का? ओके, now we will proceed for the problems. Okay, today we will see the solved problem of the book, and in next lecture will be we will solve the unsolved problems. Okay, first we have to understand how these problems are solved. Okay, so the problem is given as a 200 volt 10.5 ampere 2000 rpm, okay, shunt motor has an armature and field resistances of 0.5 and 400 ohm respectively. Okay, the ratings are given. The source is the 200 volt, armature voltage is 200 volt, rated armature voltage. The rated armature current is 10.5 ampere, and the rated speed you can see that 2000 rpm. It drives a load whose torque is constant. Okay, you have to remember this. The torque is constant at a rated motor torque. Okay, torque is constant and it is equal to the rated motor torque. Calculate motor speed if the source voltage drops to 175 volt. Okay, we have to calculate the speed of the motor if the source voltage is equal to 175 volt. Okay, means what? When the source voltage is 200 volt, the speed is 2000 rpm. Okay, and when source voltage is 175, what will be the speed? Okay, we have to calculate that. Okay, for such problems, okay, most of the time two cases are given. Okay, for example, in this case, the source voltage 200 volt, the armature current is 10.5 ampere, then the speed is 2000 rpm, and they ask for other case. Okay, the armature voltage is 175 volt, then what is the speed? Okay, like that. Okay, for that you have to do first thing, which motor they have given. Okay, it is a shunt motor. You have to draw its circuit diagram. Okay, first the circuit diagram of shunt motor I will draw here. One minute. This is the field, okay, which is connected in parallel because it is a shunt motor. The source voltage I will draw here V. Okay, as per the convention we have used in the book. Okay, we have to follow those convention while drawing the diagram. The field current is IF, the armature current is IA. Okay, the back EMF will be capital E or EB. Okay, you can draw whatever, capital E, and the armature voltage will be VA. Okay, this is the diagram. Okay, now you have to write whatever the data given. Okay, obviously I have, as I stated, they have given two cases. In case first, okay, what they have given, the VA1. Okay, in first case the VA1 was 200 volt, the current was IA1 equal to 10.5 ampere, and in that case the speed will be omega m1 is equal to 2000 rpm. Okay, that data is given. Okay, and what more data they have given? The armature and field resistance says, okay, means what? Ra, okay, this is going to be constant for both the cases. Okay, Ra is equal to 0.5 ohm and Ref is equal to 4000 ohm. And what more they are given? It drives a load whose torque is constant at a rated motor torque. Okay, means what? In both cases the torque is constant, means we can write that T1 is equal to T2. Okay, torque is constant. At the case second, okay, what they given, the voltage is dropped to VA2 is equal to 175 volt, and they have asked to calculate what will be the speed in that case. Omega m2 is equal to what? Okay, this is the data they have given. What we have to do, okay, when such a case is given, okay, two cases are given and one quantity asked to calculate, okay, we have to use the ratios. Okay, we know that what EB1 by EB2 is equal to phi 1 by phi 2 into omega m1 by omega m2. Okay, this equation we have derived because EB1 is equal to Ke phi 1 omega m1 and EB2 is equal to Ke phi 2 omega m2. Okay, when we take the ratio, this will be like this. Okay, EB1 by EB2 is equal to phi 1 by phi 2. 1 minute. One minute. हा लेक्चर मध्ये तुम्ही तयार राहा 11:15 वाजता. ओके. EB1 by EB2 is equal to phi 1 by phi 2 into omega m1 by omega 2. Okay. The data they are given, omega m1 is given. Okay. Omega m1 is given, but omega m2 is not given. Okay. Phi 1 or phi 2 it is not given. EB1 and EB2 we have to calculate. Okay. So one by one we have to calculate these things. Okay. If you observe the diagram, okay, or in any motor, okay, the flux phi depends on what? The current flowing through the winding. Means what here? Phi is proportional to IF. Phi is proportional to IF, and in shunt motor we can calculate IF as, okay, I will write those equation again. Since phi is proportional to IF, as we have to calculate phi 1 by phi 2. Okay. But IF is equal to what? VF by REF. Okay. IF is the current flowing through the windings. Okay. And what is the equation of the current? Current is equal to voltage across that winding. Okay. And the resistance divided by resistance of that winding. Suppose the resistance of this winding is REF, then obviously IF is equal to voltage across that winding, that is VF, and divided by REF. Okay. And in shunt motor, the winding is connected in series with the armature, so the VF is equal to obviously source voltage V. Okay. So we can write IF is equal to V by REF. Okay, V by REF. Okay, means what? From this equation, okay, for if the REF is constant, okay, if REF is constant, we can write that if REF is constant, then IF is proportional to the V. Okay. जर RF कॉन्स्टंट असेल तर ऑब्वियसली काय असणार आहे? IF डिपेंड्स ऑन V असणार आहे. ओके, मीन्स व्हॉट? IF इज प्रोपोर्शनल टू V. Okay, but IF is also, okay, but IF is proportional to, or phi is proportional to IF. Okay, I will write here, but phi is proportional to IF. Okay, and it will implies what? Phi proportional to V. ओके, कळालंय कसं आलं ते? जर IF व्होल्टेजवर डिपेंड असेल आणि फाय IF वर डिपेंड असेल तर त्यावर काय दिसतं? तर फाय ऑब्विसली व्होल्टेजवर डिपेंड असणार. ओके, त्याच्यावर फाय प्रोपोर्शनल टू V. ओके, and from this equation, okay, from this equation you can write that phi 1 by phi 2 is equal to V1 by V2. कळलं काय? हे कसं आलं ते? काय कळलं नसेल तर विचारा, डाऊट असेल तर विचारा, पुन्हा एकदा सांगतोय. श्वेता, कळलं का?
हाँ सर.
Okay. So phi 1 by phi 2 is equal to V1 by V2. Okay. Is equal to, they have given the value of V1 is equal to 200 and the value of V2 is 175. Okay. 25 8s are 200, 25 7s are 175. Okay. So phi 1 by phi 2 is equal to 8 by 7. So of this equation EB1 by EB2, we have calculated this part also. This part is also calculated, and omega m1 is known. We have to calculate omega m2. For that, we have to first calculate EB1 and EB2. And EB1 and EB2 can be calculated using the voltage equation. Okay. Since VA1 is equal to EB1 plus IA1 into RA. Okay. Therefore, EB1 is equal to VA1 minus IA1 RA. Okay, you cannot write RA1 because RA in both cases is the same. So I have wrote here RA just. Okay, is equal to VA1 is equal to 200 minus IA1 they have given 10.5 into RA is equal to 0.5. They are given equal to 0.5. Okay, is equal to, I will open calculator. Okay, 10.5, sorry,
$194.
okay, into 0.5, 5 and something काय तर आलं पाहिजे, 5.25. Okay, 200 minus 5.25 is equal to किती झालं 194.75 काय,
हाँ.
194.75. okay, volt. Now we have calculated EB1. Okay, once we calculate EB2 we can calculate speed. EB2 is equal to VA2 minus IA2 RA. Okay, is equal to VA2 they have given 175, but they have not given the value of IA2. The value of RA is given. So IA2 into 0.5. Okay, so if we calculate IA2, then we can calculate EB2. I will give this equation number 2. And this is as equation number 1. Okay, so we have to calculate IA2 first. They are given this information, T1 is equal to T2. They are given this information, T1 equal to T2. Okay, but T1 is equal to what? KE phi 1 IA1, and T2 is equal to what? KE phi 2 IA2. Okay, they have stated that the torque is constant, that is T1 is equal to T2. Okay, so this KE will get cancelled and we can get this equation. Okay, we have to calculate IA2, means phi 1 IA1 by phi 2 is equal to IA2. Okay, therefore IA2 equal to phi 1 by phi 2 we have calculated as 8.7, 8 by 7, and IA1 was 10.5. Okay, which is equal to किती येते बघा सांगा. 8 divided by
सर 12 येते.
12 येते काय?
हाँ.
into 10.5, okay, 12. It is equal to 12 ampere. Now we have IA2. Now we can calculate EB2. Okay, by placing the value of IA2 here, we can solve equation number 2. किती ते सांगा ते सुद्धा मला.
169.
Okay, I will write that equation first. EB2 is equal to 175 minus IA2 is equal to 12 into 0.5. Is it? Is equal to minus 169. Okay, 169 volt. Now we have the value of EB2. Now we can solve that equation for speed. EB1, I will write that equation once again. EB1 by EB2 is equal to phi1 by phi2 into omega m1 by omega m2. Okay, we have to calculate omega m2. Therefore, omega m2 is equal to phi1 by phi2 into omega m1 into EB2 by EB1. Okay, phi1 by phi2 is equal to 8 by 7. Omega m1 was 2000 rpm, and EB2 by EB2 is equal to 169, and divided by EB1 was 194.75. किती येते सांगा? Omega m2 is equal to
sir 198.49.
किती
1983.49.
Okay, 0.49 rpm. Okay, when we are taking ratio, the quantities must have same unit. Okay, if you taken speed in rpm, okay, then omega m1 must be in rpm and omega m2 should be in rpm. Okay, if you took it in radian per second, then both omega m1 and omega m2 in radian per second. Okay, remember that. Now हा प्रॉब्लेम कळाला सगळ्यांना? कळाला सगळ्यांना प्रॉब्लेम? हॅलो श्वेता, काय काय? Okay, now we will go for second problem. This problem will take I think 15 minutes and we just have 7 to 8 minutes. So once again I will share the link when time is over. Okay, and join for 5 more minutes. Okay, the problem is a 200 volt DC series motor runs at 1000 rpm in clockwise direction, and it takes an armature current of 100 ampere when driving a load with constant torque. Again they have given the torque was constant. Resistances of armature and field windings are 0.05 each ohm each. Okay, the motor was series motor. Find the magnitude and direction of motor speed. Okay, we have to calculate the value and its direction also of speed, and the armature current if the motor terminal voltage is reversed. Okay, they have reversed the terminal voltage, and the number of turns in field winding is reduced to 80%, and also they have reduced the field winding turns to 80%. Okay, Means what? If there are 100 turns, they are reduced to 80. Assume linear magnetic circuit. Okay, assume linear magnetic circuit means what? Phi is proportional to I. Okay, or in this case we can say that not phi equal proportional to I, because in case of motor the current is governed by the load. If the load changes, the current is going to be changed. Okay, means what? In motor the current depends on the load torque. Okay, but they have given the linear magnetic circuit. It means if the number of turns is reduced to 80%, okay, then the flux produced by that winding is also reduced to 80%. Okay, means what? If the number of turns are 100, and in that case suppose the flux is 2 webers, or sorry 1 weber. Okay, suppose the number of turns equal to 100 and the flux produced by the windings are 1 weber, and if the number of turns is reduced to 80%, then means what? Number of turns equal to 80, then the flux will be 0.8. okay, जेवढ्या प्रमाणात तुमचे नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स कमी होतील तेवढ्या प्रमाणात फ्लक्स प्रोड्यूस जे होणार आहे ते कमी होणार आहे, बिकॉज इट इज अ लिनियर मॅग्नेटिक सर्किट. ओके, समजा ते वाक्य दिलं नसेल अज्युम लिनियर मॅग्नेटिक सर्किट, ओके, तर सॉल्व्ह जर करायचं असेल सिंपल याच्यामध्ये, ओके, तर त्या ठिकाणी तुम्ही लिहिलं पाहिजे अज्युमिंग linear magnetic circuit. Okay, so using these two statements, okay, number of turns of the field winding is reduced to 80% and assuming linear magnetic circuit, okay, we can state that, okay, since the magnetic circuit is linear, magnetic circuit is linear, that is as number of turns are changed, the flux produced by it by windings will change proportionally. Okay, will change proportionally. Okay. Means what? When number of turns are reduced to 80%, then the value of flux for same field current, okay, because the motor is the series motor, means what? The field current will be equal to armature current and it will be governed by load only. Okay, means what? For same field current, means what? By maintaining the same field current, we can observe that if the number of turns are reduced, the flux will be reduced to 80%. Okay, now we will draw the circuit diagram of the series motor. The field is connected in series with the armature. Okay, the armature current is IA, source voltage is V, and the back EMF we will write EB or E. Okay. The voltage across armature is VA. Okay. Or we know that the flux is proportional to current. Okay. Now in this case, the field current IF is equal to IA because both are connected in series. So we can write that phi is proportional to IE. Okay. Suppose first case, when the number of turns are N1, okay, in that case we can write the phi1 is proportional to IA1. IA1 is proportional to IA1. And in second case, okay, the number of turns are same. Okay, we have maintained number of turns are same. And in that case, if the current IA2 changes, the phi2 will be changed. Okay, means what? Phi2 is proportional to IA2. Okay, and now we change the number of turns equal to N2 equal to 0.8 into N1. Okay, we have reduced to 80%. Then we can write here the IA2 part. Okay, now we can write here phi2 is reduced to 0.8 into phi2 for same current. Okay, for same current. Okay, means what? The current will remain same, but the flux will reduce because the number of turns are reduced. Okay, कारण है कैसे के लेते हैं? In first case, we assume that the number of turns equal to N1. Okay, so in that case, if the load draws a current equal to I1, okay, I1, so in that case, the flux will be phi1. Suppose in other case, the number of turns are maintained equal to N1, same number of turns, but the current, armature current is changed to IA2, so the flux will be changed to phi2. Okay, in this case, the flux is governed by the value of current. Okay, but in next case, what we do, the load is going to constant. Okay, load is constant means what? IA2 will be constant. Okay, will be the same as in earlier case. Okay, but at the same time, what we have done, the number of turns are reduced to 80%. Means what? N2 is equal to 0.8 into N1. So the flux for the same current, the flux will reduce to 0.8 of its previous value. Because the previous it was phi2, but in new case it is reduced to 0.8 into phi2. Okay. Now we will see what are the cases they have given. Case first. What have you given? Or I will take this part below. Okay. The case first, okay, they are given the voltage is 220 volt. Okay, it means what? VA1 is equal to, oh sorry, VA1 not, V1 is equal to 220 volt. Okay, and at that time speed is omega m1 is equal to 1000 rpm, and it is rotating in clockwise direction. Okay, means what? This direction, clockwise direction. Again, the current was 100 ampere. Current was 100 ampere. So IA1 is equal to 100 ampere. Okay. Next, they have stated the driving load with a constant torque. Means what? Torque is constant, T1 equal to T2. And the resistances of armature and field windings are 0.05 ohm each. It's what? RA is equal to REF is equal to 0.05 ohm. So in second case, what they have asked and what they have given, find the magnitude and direction of motor's speed. Okay, what is the direct speed of omega? So what is the value of omega m2 And what is the direction of rotation? And also they have asked armature current. We have to calculate armature current Ia2. If the motor terminal voltage is reversed, okay, means what? V2 is equal to minus V1 is equal to minus 220 volt. Minus 220 volt. And in second case, the number of turns are reduced to 80%. Means what? N2 is equal to 0.8 into N1. Okay. This data they have given. Now we will proceed to solve the problem. Okay. In any case, we don't know how to solve the problem, okay, or how to proceed. Means what? In book, if you see, they have given, okay, means what, they have solved already, and they have given in order, okay. But actually, what you have to do, you have to state the basic equation used to solve the problem, okay. In such cases where two cases are given, we have to use the same same formula. EB1 by EB2 is equal to phi1 by phi2 into omega m1 by omega m2. Okay. And we will calculate whatever the values are known and whatever the unknown, okay, whatever the values are unknown by using the known values, okay. In this case, they are given the value of omega m1 and other values they have not given, okay. But we know that, okay, this ratio can be updated as EB1 by EB2, okay, as phi proportional to Ia. Instead of phi1, I can write Ia1, and instead of phi2, I can write Ia2. But the flux phi2 is when the number of turns are reduced to 80%. Means what? Instead of phi2, I have to write 0.8 into Ia2. Not just Ia2, but 0.8 into Ia2 into omega m1 by omega m2. Okay. Now we will proceed to calculate what are the quantities which are unknown. Okay. EB1, okay, EB1 we have known that EB1 is equal to VA1, or in this case they are given the source voltage. So in if you observe the where the circuit diagram, okay, if you observe the circuit diagram, okay, you can write the KVL equation as V equal to, what is the resistance losses? IA, the resistance losses across the windings are IA into REF, plus the resistance losses due to the armature resistance are IA into RA, plus the back EMF EB. Okay, means what? The equation will be equal to IA in bracket RA plus REF plus EB. Okay, so for series motor we have to use this equation. So EB1 is equal to V1 minus IA1 in bracket RA1, or the resistances are going to be actually they will be vary. Okay, I will show you that. RA1 plus RF1. Okay, V1 is equal to 220 minus IA1 is equal to, they are given equal to 100 ampere. Okay, RA1 is equal to 0.05, both they are having the value, same value, plus RF1 is equal to 0.05. Okay, please solve. 0.05 plus 0.05, 0.1 into 100, 10 means what? 210. EB1 is equal to 210 volt. Why I write here RA1 and RF1? Because as the number of turns are going to change, means what, the length of that winding will be changed, means what, the resistance of that winding will change. Because you know that R is equal to rho L by A. Okay, resistance is governed by the length of that windings. Okay, so instead of RF only, I have write RF1. Similarly, EB2 is equal to V1 minus, sorry, V2 minus IA2 into RA2 plus RF2. Okay, RF2. Okay, we have to calculate now RF2. 1 minute. V2 they have given equal to minus 220. Okay, because the terminals are interchanged. Minus IA2, I think we have to calculate, plus RA2 is equal to RA1. Okay, there is no change in armature circuit. Okay, so it is 0.05 plus RF2. Okay, we have to calculate RF2 and IA2. Okay, so for to calculate, okay, I will write here as equation number 1. To calculate IA2, we can use that equation. The torque is constant. Okay, means what? T1 equal to T2. Okay, next lecture will start on which time? Next lecture is Shweta. Next lecture किती वाजता आहे?
11:40.
11:40 आहे. मी आहे म्हणजे 5-10 मिनिटं सुरू करूया आपण. मॅडमचं आहे काय? ओके. T1 equal to T2.
Oh.
This they have given, but T1 is equal to what? KE phi1 into I1. Okay, KE phi1 into I1. But in series motor, the phi1 depends on what? The armature current. Okay, phi is proportional to IA. Okay, so we can write this as a K IA square, IA1 square. Okay. Similarly, T2 is equal to KE phi2 into IA2. Okay, but in second case, the number of turns are reduced to 80%. So this equation will equal to KE into 0.8 into IA2. Okay, 0.8 into IA2. This 0.8 is factored due to the reduction to 80% into IA2. Okay, is equal to 0.8 into K into IA2 square. Okay, हे दोन इक्वेशन आपल्याला मिळणार. But T1 is equal to T2. So K IA1 square is equal to 0.8 K into IA2 square. Okay, we have to calculate IA2. Okay, this K part will be cancelled. So IA2 square is equal to IA1 square by 0.8. IA1 is equal to 100. Okay, 100 square divided by 0.8. किती येते जरा सांगा? 100 square by 0.8. केले का कोण calculation? 10,000 by, sorry, इज इक्वल टू 12500 हे झाला IA2 स्क्वेअर. जर स्क्वेअर रूट किती ते बघा सांगा लवकर. देअरफॉर IA2 इज इक्वल टू
50√5.
म्हणजे किती येते सर सांग की मल्टिप्लिकेशन करून ते. हम्म
111.8.
111.8. ओके 111.8. Okay. This is the value of IA2. But this current is when present because this current is in the second case. Okay, IA2 corresponds to second case, but in second case the terminal voltage is reversed. Okay, since IA2 is present when terminal voltage or terminal voltage is reversed. Therefore, okay, as the terminal voltage is reversed, so IA2 must have a negative sign. Okay, it will also reverse. So IA2 is equal to minus 111.8 ampere. Okay, हे कळालं का असं का मायनस साइन का टाकलं ते. कारण आपण दुसऱ्या केस मध्ये टर्मिनल व्होल्टेजच रिव्हर्स केले. जर टर्मिनल्सच रिव्हर्स केला असता तर ऑब्विसली करंट सुद्धा निगेटिव्ह रिव्हर्सच होणार. ओके, नाउ वी विल कॅल्क्युलेट RF. ओके, RF2 obviously equal to 0.8 into RF1. Okay, I will write that equation first. Since R is equal to rho L by A. Okay, we are just changing the length, not the its cross section, area cross section or its resistivity. Resistivity will change when the material is changed. Okay, we are not changing the material, we are just changing the length. Means what? Means R is proportional to L. Okay, or in this case number of turns. Okay, we can write number of turns, or in this case number of turns. Okay, therefore RF2 is equal to 0.8 into RF1. Okay, previously the resistance was RF1, but the turns are reduced to 0.8, so RF2 is equal to 0.8 into RF1. Okay, is equal to 0.8 into 0.05. किती आहे ते सांगा. 845 0.04 0.04 ओहम. ओके, तर RF2 आपल्याकडे आहे. आता आपण EB2 कॅल्क्युलेट करू शकतोय. EB2 चं इक्वेशन इथे लिहितो मी. EB2 is equal to minus 220 plus सॉरी प्लस नॉट मायनस साइन आहे त्या ठिकाणी. ते इक्वेशन बघा येथे लिहिलेलं आहे. minus 220 minus IA2 into 0.05 प्लस RF2 असं इक्वेशन आहे. ते इक्वेशन लिहूया आधी आपण. minus 220 minus IA2 in bracket 0.05 plus RF2 is equal to minus 220 minus IA2 is equal to minus 111.8 minus 111.8 bracket 0.05 plus RF2 is equal to 0.04. किती ते सांगा. is equal to ओके, ते मायनस मायनस प्लस होते ना इथे. सॉल्व केलं तर एवढं येते बघा, -209.94 एवढं येते काय.
होय
येते ना. बरं ठीक आहे. ओके, its unit will be volts. Okay, now we have EB2. Now we can calculate the speed. Okay, again I will write that equation. EB1 by EB2 is equal to, is equal to IA1 by 0.8 into IA2 into omega m1 by omega m2. Therefore, omega m2 we have to calculate is equal to IA1 by 0.8 into IA2 into omega m1 into EB2 by EB1. IA1 is equal to 100 divided by 0.8 into IA2 is equal to minus 111.8 into omega m1 was 1000 BTX 1000 into EB2 was, we have calculated, this is the EB2, minus 209.94 divided by EB1 equal to 210. Okay, solve this. You will, this minus will be get cancelled. Okay, this minus and this minus will get cancelled. If you solve, the value equal to 1117.69. करेक्ट आहे का चेक करा. RPM and minus change झाल्यामुळे जे साइन आहे ते प्लसच राहिलं. Is what speed direction is not going to change. The machine will rotate in clockwise direction, same direction.